Hello and welcome. We're going to get into another video. Today's video, we're going to talk about Enamorus, the new Pokemon that dropped out yesterday, Enamo, and it seems to be like the Pokemon that we have been waiting since forever. Now, if you go to PvPoke and just take a look at the difference between the current Enamorus and the new Enamorus versus the old one, it's quite different. It's like the difference between Giratina Altered and Giratina Origins. Like, they switch almost the stat, except that, like, as an example, the Therian one has 222 attack. The old one has almost 250 attack. We're talking about the 30 attack difference. That's a huge. But if you take a look at the defense, it's like 180 versus 150. So pretty much what he lost in... what the Pokemon lost in attack, gained in defense. Now, that doesn't always mean that it's good, also doesn't mean it's bad. Usually it's on the good side, except that this Pokemon has 3,800 stat product in the Master League, a league that's dominated by 6,000 CP Pokemons. Sorry, I mean, it could be Palkia, which is 4,700, but so this is like quite on the low end. But does it beat anything? Let's take a look at PvPoke. It beats Kyurem, White, as long as they are running a Dragon Breath. Zygarde, yes. Palkia, it says that it's a huge win, but I doubt that it's a huge win, because if you give Palkia, where is Palkia? Oh, what's the moveset? Mystical Fire, Moonblast. I don't think you're in Moonblast. You actually have to run Fly, because Fly is the move you want to run, and if you run Fly, you lose to Palkia. So technically, it's good as long as you land the Moonblast, but you can't land the Moonblast because the Pokemon has only 160 HP. So, like, you get destroyed by something like Landorus, like Zamazenta, like Kyogre. So, how would this Pokemon perform? Well, that's today's video. Welcome in, everyone. Today we have battles submitted to the channel by Pogo Fan, and he was nice enough for me to send us the new, not Lando, Enamorus Pokemon, the turtle version. As we just said, it has higher defense than the other one, lower attack. But does this mean that it's better? We will see. He's running a team that's technically ABA strong against Palkia. We all know that Lunala is probably the best safe Pokemon to run right now, except that Palkia is just better than everything. So here they have Reshiram. Reshiram takes a neutral from Fairy Wind. And if you take a look, I'm like, you know, the Dragon Breath is doing more than the Fairy Wind, even though Dragon Breath is double resisted. That's how bad this Pokemon seems to be. They have Stone Edge. I don't know what makes them run Stone Edge. I would actually... Like, after landing that, I think we could have just pivoted out. So, what do we do now? I think it's just good to shield them, farm down. Oh my god, this guy, his opponent is just chatting, you know? So, they have Zamazenta with Ice Fang. So, what do we do here? Well, we're just gonna Shadow Ball. So far, they seem to be, on paper, super weak to Enamorus, right? Like, we have Earth Power for this. Now, there might be an argument about running Mystical Fire. And honestly, them leading Reshiram means that Mystical Fire would have been a horrible idea, actually. They throw the Behemoth Blade, and now we can just go to Ho-Oh and farm them down at Shadow. Ho-Oh is just a beast. Watch this Shadow on Shadow action. Aqua Tail wouldn't KO, but you know what's gonna KO a Brave Bird from Shadow Ho-Oh? I bet you 100% this is gonna be a Shadow Ho-Oh showcase, because Enamorus is not gonna be able to carry out these battles. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong. I mean, I just get a bit excited to see like a new Pokemon. We've been waiting this Pokemon for like 3 years, like literally, and they gave it to us at a time where, like, you know, it's no longer as viable. Wait, I think this need to be sped up. No, it doesn't need to be sped up. So if you take a look at this matchup, it's supposed to be, you know, a dominant matchup. We outpace, we have the better charge moves, you know, but because this Pokemon is not tanky, the charm is adding up. Now, good for us that the opponent is shielding. Now, they swapped into Metagross. So I'm assuming that they are trying to bait out the Ho-Oh because they banked out a Hydro Cannon, but honestly, we can... I mean, at this point, I don't think we care about the Ho-Oh. I think Lunala is just going to be very safe against whatever in the back. As long as we get to throw this, we should be good. So I think opponent should have just thrown his charge move. Do we shield this? I mean, it's up to Pogo Fan. But I think if we no shield, we might have a play. Opponent here is actually doing a great play by, like, trying to force him to throw his energy on the Primarina, but we can just build up, you know, and then just Moon Blast the Palkia. So far, Enamorus is not doing hard work, you know? Enamorus needs to do better. It's taking the shields, and when you take the shields, you're supposed to do better. Okay, let's move to the next one. We have Enamorus into Zacian. This is where you need you know, this is where you realize that there is a better fairy type, and opponent like answered our Lunala with a Shadow Ho-Oh. That was great timing, by the way. And I think we have a chance into flipping this. The problem is, like, okay, what's we gonna do after we flip this? That's the big question. But as long as they don't get the debuff, which they did get the debuff, so we're kind of cooked now. Like, how else are we supposed to beat this Ho-Oh? Like, we're in a bad situation now because of the debuff, they lived the move, and now they are just gonna debuff us again, you know? Well, no. We were able to farm down. If we get to 2 charge moves, that would be ideal, because there is no way they shield the first one, because we're debuffed, right? Okay, we get to 2 charge moves. Now we are in kind of slightly better charge situation. Now, it's gonna be a Ho-Oh showcase. And Enamorus, again, not able to do anything. I don't blame Enamorus. Again, it's literally like the Pokemon is doing its best so far. It's just that it can't do anything. Like look at this matchup. It's supposed to be a dominant matchup for the snake, or whatever, turtle snake, or whatever this shape thing looking like. Well, technically, Enamorus could be the finisher you want, or like the finisher you need. That was actually finally something. We get something out of this matchup. Okay, let's move to the next one. Titar. I think this is a great matchup. This is probably the most ideal matchup for this Pokemon, except that they get to the charge move faster than us. And now, oh, we lose CMP as well. I thought this Pokemon oh no, never mind. This is the one that doesn't have high stats. So this is probably the second matchup where Earth Power is actually better. Because if we have Mystical Fire, we would have gotten cooked there with Fly and Mystical Fire by Titar. Wait, are they running Scorching Sand? What's wrong with running Drill Run? I mean, Scorching Sand has a chance to debuff and slightly hits harder, but I would think that Drill Run is the move. What do? I think we just incinerate them down. Like, just go in, incinerate. Yeah, what's that? What is that team? Opponent's trying to play the Big Boys League with a budget team. I honestly would love to see this go no shielded, just to see how much this Ice Punch or Fist Rage Fist would do. They are boosted. Okay, good thing that now we will see it. That's actually good damage, you know. It's Shadow boosted from a Pokemon that's almost as high of stat product as us. So this should take them out, because they are running triple Shadow. That was actually a spicy team. If you guys know the opponent, can you ask him to send me battles using that team? I would love to see some wins with that team as well. Palkia, this is supposed to be a great matchup. This is why we're building this team, right? They swap into Charm Primarina. Now, as much as I would like to say that this is a great matchup, it's not as great of a matchup. And now, since we shielded the first one, we are in a difficult situation, except that the opponent did not play it well. Now, all we need to do is just to get to the Brave Bird. Again, I don't know why people aren't throwing their energy. Like, if you throw your energy here, you just save yourself a shield. They bring in the Zacian. This is where Mystical Fire would have cooked. This does some good damage. What do? I mean, Fly does take them out. I think they're just gonna farm to the moon, but they don't know that we have Ho-Oh, and this energy is gonna be useless. Well, they do know. Let's be real. Giga Impact. Check. Oh my god. That actually KO'd. Dude, Zacian is just insane. Zacian is legit insane. I thought like we're gonna survive, and then the Incinerate will take them out. Now we should live easily. A nerfed. Oh my god, dude. Fire Blast. I know that some people are running Fire Blast, and it's actually kinda Giga Chad move. And I just don't have enough. Well, I do have enough excels. I just don't have a good Palkia to do that. That was actually a good set of battles. Let's move to the next one. They have a Metagross. Now, if they have Bullet Punch, we have to get the hell out. They don't have Bullet Punch, so we can just throw an Earth Power. The problem is that we get outpaced. So, We have to throw an Earth Power, and we're kind of ABA weak to Metagross, so we have to rely now on landing the Fly, except that we lose CMP. Now, I think we just have to double down on this shield, because we just down shields, you know? Our opponent can just switch lock his Zacian, right? I don't know why they do that. Like, now what's he gonna do now? I mean, double Behemoth Blades will take us out. Yeah, and we have to throw because they are about to get to another one, and we would like to preserve this energy. What the opponent will do, they should bring in a Palkia. There goes the Palkia. Now, let's see what they will do. I would actually bait there with Sacred Fire, but that doesn't mean it's the ideal play. Good thing that we snuck in a fast move. We shielded the big move. Now, we need them to catch so we can farm them down. Let's see how they are going to play it. Shadow Ball getting shielded. Are we going to throw the Shadow Ball right away? Wait, is the Metagross dead or no? I could swear they have a catch. We should live the Special Rend because it's nerfed, right? Yeah, that's the Metagross. Why didn't they go for the catch? If they got the catch, they win the game. Maybe? I don't know. Maybe because Pogo Fan threw right away. They did not expect him to throw right away. That's actually a good strategy. Sometimes you throw right away because people expect you to go one above. But that's assuming that both people count, you know? Next game, we have an ideal lead. They switch into Zamazenta. Now, I don't agree with Zamazenta safe switch. It used to be a good thing back when Ho-Oh was off the meta for like a couple of days. And then people started safe swapping Zamazenta, and then Ho-Oh made a comeback to the meta to punish the dogs from being a safe swap. And now you can never, like, you have to play ABA teams against, if you run the dogs, you have to play ABA teams where, like, you just lead something that's soft lose to Ho-Oh, and you have a Ho-Oh hot counter and then a dog in the back. And you just soft lose the lead and then get a farm, or like soft win the lead and then align the dog against the dragon. Zacian is coming, and I saw that Metallic Claw. We got the shield, and now we can just switch out to the Lunala. Lunala gives Zacian a hard time because they have to go for the Behemoth Blade, and if they do that, they waste so much energy. And we can build up, and then double up, and then Shadow Ball. Now, this Shadow Ball is going to do great damage. Is it enough? No. We should not do that. I think Pogo Fan miscounted. But he should still live. Yeah, we could have been ideal if we were able to live. And now it's going to be a race to the charge move. Except that they get it first because Palkia gets a move in 4.5 seconds. This will take us out. I think it doesn't matter because even if he threw before the Zacian, the Palkia would have gotten an Aqua Tail into the Lunala, so it wouldn't have mattered. Now, according to PvPog, this is supposed to be a great matchup. Let's see how great this matchup is. We're just going to go straight for the Fly. This Fly is going to do some damage, and I would actually try... No, we cannot catch because they run Ancient Power, right? Ice Burb. That was good counting, by the way. Just gonna try to throw another Fly, and I would just go for the catch here because we're supposed to go for the catch at one point, but maybe the play is just sack this Pokemon. Yeah, good thing to do no bubbles since it was a CMP. And now we can just get one extra fast move here and there. They bring in the Zacian. We can just pivot out to the Lunala. Lunala is going to put out like tons of work. Opponent knows that we have a Ho-Oh, so they would rather just stay in and throw some Behemoth Blades. I think we survive from what I've seen so far, and then throw a move and then die with it. That has been the case. This is why Lunala is one of the greatest Pokemons in the current meta. Now what do? We have to go Ho-Oh. And this will pressure them to throw right away. Now, here is the problem. The Fly, well, we don't need to throw the Fly. We still have to throw a Brave Bird, right? Wait, maybe? Oh my god, that was the worst case scenario, actually. Except that the opponent, like, pegged here and threw right away. No, it didn't matter. Opponent actually almost threw this game. Yeah, opponent almost threw this game. Close, I would say. We needed the opponent to make a bigger mistake to make a comeback into that one. So yeah, moving to the last game, we have Enamorus into Metagross, another bad lead. Dude, everything for this Pokemon is a bad lead. The only good lead is probably... even Dialga is a bad lead. Probably Dragonite is the only good lead for... Wait, Dragonite has Thunder Punch. What would be a good lead for this Pokemon? Will you guys let me know in the comment section below, please? Now we're gonna go to Ho-Oh. And Ho-Oh is just gonna farm everything down and nuke everything and give us the win just as we expected from our friend Ho-Oh. Now we're gonna pivot out to the Lunala. Lunala just doesn't care. We get a free Shadow Claw. It's actually a great one. 4, 5, 6, 7 now. Okay, that was nice. Nicely timed. The Shadow Ball is going to do good damage. We're going to do 2 then throw, and now they are forced to shield. Hopefully we can catch. No, we don't want to catch. Or we can incinerate down. Yeah, I see the vision. We shield. We are 1 away. Hopefully they die with it. Yeah, no, they did not die with it. This Brave Bird's gonna nuke the Palkia. This is why you run Shadow. Oh, by the way, guys. For situations like this, you destroy Palkia if they throw. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching, and thank you so much Pogo Fan for the battles. I hope you guys find this helpful for you to make your investment, whether you think it's worth it or not. Thanks for watching. I will catch you on the next video. Peace.